And we are live. My hair is all split. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's get into this raid on the DOJ. Give me the file, bitch. Let's get into our stream about why the Second Amendment exists.
It's such bullshit that, they've been holding on to these for, years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
through
they
multiple
still
administrations.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, part of me feels like some of the stuff with, mainly with Greenland, sort of with, Venezuela and Iran and stuff, I feel like a lot of this shit is just purely for distraction.
Yeah, I think some of the ICE stuff is, too, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I think obviously, getting rid of illegals and reducing fraud and stuff, that's important. I think they're going, too hard with a lot of it. I think it's...
Well, and it's gotten to the point now where they're just racially profiling people. Members of native tribes in America are now being arrested by ICE, which is
yeah. Well, then you have
horribly ironic.
Well, then you have the reverse side of it, where you have people that are, you have the protesters who are assuming somebody belongs to ICE or supports ICE, and they're attacking them in the streets. So it's like, god damn, don't make it worse. The fuck.
Yeah.
Obviously, and the thing is what I believe is that I think, keeping the pressure on, making sure that these federal agents and stuff know that they're still being heavily scrutinized and being watched by civilians who are willing to take action. Is a good thing, because you want to keep them honest as much as possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, not all of it is. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be, bad actors, of course. But you want to try and make sure that they know that they're being watched, and they will be held accountable when things do go wrong. But it's also attacking civilians on the street because they look like they might be associated with ICE, or because they look like they might support ICE, is no better than what ICE is doing with the racial profiling shit. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, and that's a problem too with ICE, is that why the fuck do they not have proper uniforms? That's what bothers me. I think.
They
because
do, but they have masks too.
Why are they allowed to wear masks? Police officers aren't allowed to wear masks.
Yeah, I think mainly it's because they're part of a different department. I think the threats of being doxxed and stuff like that have been too consistent and too dangerous. I don't know.
I just don't feel like that's an excuse, because anybody could be doxxed. Police officers could be doxxed. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna be allowed to fucking, if someone's gonna come up to me and try to if I'm accused of harboring illegals in my house or whatever, I better think that they're actually, from a proper form of government. If they're just wearing a fucking a vest that looks cheaply made and they're wearing a mask, I'm not letting them in my door. I'm not gonna do it. Not that I really think that
you have no reason to.
No.
If they don't have a warrant, they don't have any. There's nothing there's nothing they can do. Because they have to.
They're allowed to lie about that shit.
They're not, though. They have to have warrants. They pretty much always are executing warrants. If they're not, then there's something wrong, and they can be held accountable. So it's not. I'm not really I have yet to see any real cases of because obviously there's instances where they're arresting people that without executing a warrant, but there's also confusion about what their powers actually are as an organization, because they're people will be oh well, they don't have the power to pull someone over for a traffic violation. Well, right, they don't. They don't have that power. But they do have the power to arrest somebody who's obstructing their operations. So if you're obstructing an operation, they have the power to arrest you. And I would assume it's if you are under arrest by them for something like that, and you flee from them, it's the same penalty as fleeing from cops. You can't flee from cops. People think that you can just run away from a cop. You can't run away from cops. Even if you're innocent of everything else, you cannot run from cops. That's not how that works.
Yeah. But then, you know, I do also feel like there really needs... I mean, this also, I guess, I would say kind of also goes for maybe certain members of law enforcement, but especially what I've seen for ICE, is that, like, there needs to be proper training for ICE. I feel like you should not be just allowed to fucking volunteer for ICE and, like, actually be out in the field dealing with people.
Yeah.
Because it could lead to a lot of human error in that way if you're not properly trained, and can lead to more people getting hurt. And that's
and this is the problem with them ramping up these operations so much so quickly, is like you're just trying to get the numbers high rather than actually do it the right way. And it's like,
it's quantity over quality.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I think, you know, if you want to deport illegal immigrants and stuff, and crack down on, you know, government fraud related to stuff like that, great. Do it right though. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what? Like, don't just willy nilly go around and just start grabbing whoever you want off the street and putting a half-assed uniform on them and going to town. Because, like, I do agree, like, the uniforms aren't really that consistent from what I've seen. Like, all the footage I've seen coming out of, like, Minnesota with, like, the ICE stuff that's going on there right now, all the footage I've seen coming out of that has been, like, they're all wearing pretty much the same uniforms.
Yeah.
They're all wearing the same color of green, they're all wearing the same type of vest, they all have the same patches on the vests, that kind of stuff. But they do have different masks on usually, and
and that's where I'm like,
yeah. Or even not even really masks; they're just face coverings of different kinds. Like, some of them are wearing shamags, or, well, actually, I don't know if I've seen a shamag yet. I've seen, like,
oh, I got conquered.
I've seen, like, neck warmers and shit like that. Like, it's been weird. Yeah, I was trying to come around, but I was in the middle of signaling the driver, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have enough time to, like, turn around and shoot him, but I didn't.
I thought you were gonna make it around the front of the truck, and he would miss, and that did not. That did not.
No, it did not pan out.
Ooh, got him.
Okay, got it. But yeah, it just is really concerning, because I feel like I've seen, I mean, and maybe they're over-reported or whatever, but I feel like I've been seeing way more mistakes from ICE lately, and it's just concerning, because, like, how the fuck are you gonna fucking arrest a Native American?
Yeah.
And try to deport them? Like, that's insane.
It's stupid.
That is insanely stupid. It makes you look like an idiot.
Well, and again, this is why they should be executing warrants, not just, I guess, patrolling the streets or whatever is going on with that. Like, you should be executing warrants specifically because you found, you know, actual illegal immigrants. But, like, and I think at a certain point, isn't it just at a certain point, isn't the job just mostly done? Like, I feel like it can wind down a bit now.
I don't know.
They've deported a ton of people. Like, you would think that it's there's a kind of a limit on how many they can effectively identify and get rid of. I mean, not that there's nobody coming into the country still, but it's like it's I'm assuming a lot lower than it normally would be, given how stressful things are here.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah, it's not great. Better than, you know, Iran, obviously, and probably Venezuela, since
No, Iran's way better than the States. What are you talking about?
No, yeah, sorry. Iran is actually secretly, like, really pro-trans, actually.
So much more free and you're allowed to like do whatever you want there and like dance in the streets and stuff.
So stupid. Yeah, no, I would
there's a key card
totally
here.
be allowed to dance in the streets without a hijab on in Iran, and I would totally be allowed to be seen outdoors without a male escort.
Yeah.
Totally, guys. Totally.
You'd totally be allowed to back that thing up on the boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I wouldn't use boulevard in a sentence.
Crazy.
Can you watch the power box really quick? I'm gonna go see if there's any other key cards around.
Yes.
Ow! Got punched by a bulldozer. Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just really concerning. Like, and it really just does kind of seem to me just simply racially profiling people now at this point, which is fucked up and disgusting.
Okay, I found two more key cards and they're in the same rooms. That's funny.
Sweet, good, okay.
They're over,
I just don't know how much
across
I
from
can
the director's
really...
office.
Yeah, I just don't really know how much I can really support that, and
Yeah.
just how unprofessional they've been kind
But
of...
it's also just really
as-
hard to parse the facts because how much reporting there is and how much of it's coming from dishonest sources or like unprofessional sources that don't really know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, and you know, I see really horrible pictures that are probably taken out of context too. But and it's just I just, you know, sometimes I just feel really lost and
Oof. Whoops.
really frustrated that I can't seemingly trust my own eyes nowadays because people will take things completely out of context or twist things in order to, I don't know, get a certain point across.
Yeah. Well, and I start to wonder at what point are dishonest reporters culpable, you know, liable
Yeah.
for the deaths and stuff that have been going on. Like,
Well,
how, at what point do we hold them accountable for riling people up into such a frenzy that deaths have been occurring? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really horrible. Well, and it's like, you know, I mean, people like Alex Jones, I mean,
Oh, actually, we
he
should
was
probably
clearly...
go do that before we go back there, so we can
Yeah.
the power box.
But yeah, and I mean, people like Alex Jones, I mean, he, you know, this is completely like, I would say it's kind of related.
There will be
where,
accountability.
You know, he was caught telling like really horrible lies and basically like committing, you know, I don't know if it was if it was an actual crime or if it was just like, because he was sued, so it wasn't like an actual like crime. It was fuck, I can't think of the actual like the distinction, but
It
wasn't like
I
a
think it
federal
was a
case.
civil case.
Civil. It was civil. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, and he's basically bankrupt now because he fucked around and found out
Yeah.
because he was fucking like ultimate grifter who was trying to profit off of his insane fan base.
Yeah.
And by
see,
saying a bunch of shit and really completely rubbing salt in the wound of these families who had to watch their children die. Like,
yeah.
I don't have much sympathy for him at all.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know because I like with Alex Jones, he's so nuts. It's hard to say how much he really believes what he's saying, and how much is really just sensationalism for profit, basically.
Yeah, but either way, I'm glad his fucking career's over. If he's actually crazy, or if he's just a person trying to profit.
Yeah, regardless, he was a poison to discourse.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny. It's funny hearing people say like, "Oh, he got so many things right. He was right about so many things, though." And it's like, well, but that's the thing is he made a ton of content. At that point, it becomes the law of large numbers. If you make a ton of content, just making up bullshit eventually something you say is going to come true.
Oh my god, that reminds me of
Based on
that person.
the volume of content you're releasing.
Yeah. See, that reminds me of that friend we used to have where they were like, it's really funny. I could kind of understand why Andrew Tate actually became popular because, he would say a bunch of stupid shit, but then would say something really actually kind of smart. And it's like, wow, like he actually he's totally telling the truth. And I'm like, I swear to God, like you are a sheep. You are a bug person. You are a sheep.
The thing about him is not Andrew Tate, but the former friend of ours who spoke like that. The thing about him was that he was parodying a YouTuber opinion. That wasn't something that he learned on his own. That wasn't something that he discovered by watching Andrew Tate. No matter how he tried to portray it like that, how often he tried to portray it that way, that's not what was going on. He watched a YouTube video analyzing it and discussing how what Andrew Tate's strategy was is very similar to a lot of cult leaders where they say a lot of crazy shit, sure, but they start out by saying something honest and true and kind of usually picking on that sort of like some sort of common insecurity or something like that, that is plaguing people, because the goal is to target vulnerable people who are looking for some sort of validation and support. And then so you pick on that vulnerable class of people based on whatever they're insecure about what you're trying to sell to them, basically. And then you try to sell them that thing. No matter how insane it is. I mean, a great way to go into a deep dive on how these types of things, these types of scams work. Watch a compilation of Moist Critical discussing different. What the fuck? I shot him twice in the back of the head and he's still alive. Watch some compilations of Moist Critical talking about bad dating coaches online and stuff like that, or bad alpha male cringy alpha male stuff, because they all you have the same formula because it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's not that Andrew Tate is smart, because and this is the argument I was always get into him, our former friend with about this, was that it's not that Andrew Tate was smart, because he wasn't innovating on the formula. He wasn't doing anything new or revolutionary. He's doing the same thing everybody else has done.
Yeah.
He just had the most talking points, and he had a cult of personality that he built off screen beforehand to be able to get into the grift, and sort of validate his own grift. It's a self-validating sales pitch. It's so stupid and scummy.
Yeah, and at a time too where there's a lot of young people who feel very disenfranchised, mainly a lot of young men who feel very disenfranchised, and he's able to see that and then profit off of their low point, because it's men can't show feelings or whatever. Well, that's all because of women, and that's all women's fault, and women should be whatever gross shit he says. I mean, he
and who do you really blame for people like Andrew Tate catching on? Obviously, Andrew Tate is partially to blame for. I mean, he knows it's a grift. He's not actually trying to help anybody. He's trying to help himself. That's all that is.
Yeah, he's trying to help his pocket and
and he knows that.
Help dodge the charges he has in Romania.
Yeah.
Also for being a fucking.
Who else is to blame for that stuff? Parents. Largely, it's parents.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can say Anita Sarkeesian, Lena Dunham, fucking, whoever, whatever feminist or person that made you disenfranchised in the first place or whatever. Sure. But if you had better support in your home life, that wouldn't be such a problem. I don't have a card on me, shit.
Should I use my card? Do we have another card?
Yeah, we have another card.
Okay.
I told you we have 4 cards, so.
Okay. I thought you said 3, but I think you said 3 more.
No, because I had a card, you had a card, and then I said I was going to go look for more cards. And I said I found 2 more in another room.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that you were looking for more cards and you found 2, but then you picked up 1. So
No, I wouldn't have
yeah.
I wouldn't have given you a card before I'd found my own card.
Yeah, I know.
I've never done that.
But yeah, I mean that's why like parents really like I really don't. I mean, maybe this is just because of how I was raised. I mean, I had the opposite side of like the spectrum where like I did not have a smartphone until I was like in high school, which I don't really agree with, especially with like how I had to for me it was a thing of safety. I really think that was kind of a dumb idea because I was a unaccompanied minor a lot, flying back and forth because my parents were divorced. And so like if I was in that same situation as a parent, I would not let my kid go alone without a phone. Like that is just a no-brainer for me now. But also, you're having people who are giving their kids smartphones before they're like age 9 or 10, which that is insane. Like no wonder Gen Alpha is like fucking, they've got mush brains. Like I'm sorry, but like parents like I mean giving your kid an iPad or a fucking smartphone before they're like in middle school is just such a bad idea. And even at that point, no, then you really need to like be able to explain to your kid, I'm the parent, you got to prove to me that you're smart enough to be able to have these devices. So I'm going to be monitoring you, not like, the Gestapo, but I'm going to, do like maybe like bi-monthly checks on your history, whatever. Like make sure you're not looking up stuff that you're not supposed to be at that age. Like, finding out like my kid is, obsessively like watching porn or going onto like gore websites and stuff. No way. Sorry. You are a child. You are not allowed to do that.
Well, and it's illegal for them to see that kind of
course.
stuff. You have to be a parent. You have to step in.
Yeah.
All right, got it. We can go back to Hoxton.
Huxton. Yeah, no, that shit's, and that's coming from someone who was raised in the very like kind of opposite way of that. Like I literally did not have my own actual phone until like senior year of high school, which I don't agree with even now. Like I really like I didn't agree with it in the moment. I don't agree with it now. Like but there's also the opposite side of that extreme, which also doesn't fly with me. And, like, and it's silly too, because I'm pretty sure, like, Andrew Tate does not try to limit what ages of people watch him either.
Or join Hustlers University.
Yeah, or whatever bullshit, like, grift he has. Like, he does not care. Because people like that don't care. They try to look at, vulnerable people, no matter what age
The more impressionable, the better, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, there is like a big problem now with like, I mean, the rise of like, I'm not saying this is entirely his fault, but like, we've seen a rise in fucking like incel killers and stuff ever since like, I'm assuming I'm allowed to say his name, Elliot Rodger, that freak.
Yep. Well, and I think that like unchecked internet is definitely an issue with that too, because like or unchecked internet usage and stuff like that. Because I mean, like we've seen how people will egg on content creators to do crazier and crazier things, stupider and stupider things, just because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And they don't have to face any consequences for being involved in that way, right?
Yeah, and we also see it in the political
that
spectrum too.
Yep.
I mean, shit, like we saw a guy who was basically assassinated in front of our eyes like less than like a month ago, and everybody's basically turned it into a joke now.
Which, I mean, joking about it, I don't mind joking about stuff like that or whatever, but celebrating that and saying it, it's just the first of many or stuff like that, saying that he deserved it. I don't think that's appropriate. I mean, because he was a non-violent person, he wasn't promoting violent rhetoric. Killing somebody for having a different opinion than you is not a good thing. Like, I think how many times are we gonna have to see it happen before and lead to horrific outcomes before we finally say, okay, no, we can't promote this stuff.
Well, political violence isn't good. Like, even if it is like, like let's say if it's a dictator, being assassinated, like, that's one thing. But even then, like, a lot of negative things follow after that. Like, it's scary. It's scary. Pigeon? That's not blue. In what realm is that a blue color? That's crazy.
It's blue-ish. In the same way that Salva is Jewish.
Yeah, the 1%.
I think it was like 5%, or something like that. Or
it was a whole 5%. That's crazy.
I think it was under 5%. It was like 3.5.
Okay.
He was 1% because he was 1% Irish.
Sicilian. He was 1% Sicilian.
And 1% Sicilian.
I think too.
Yeah.
That's so
and he was
funny.
like 3.5% fucking Central Nigerian, and like less than like 1% French Canadian, which we'll say is margin of error. We'll just say that he's not actually. It was just an error in the results. These things aren't very accurate, anyways. That's the one thing he's going to reject from his from his DNA results. All right, so I am gonna switch over to an art stream. So let's go. I'm gonna do some art. You know what I'm saying?
Do some art, and I'm gonna do some Animal Crossing. But I ain't gonna stream it because I don't know how to stream it to your stream.
You'd probably have to stream it to Discord, then I would put it on stream if you really wanted.
Yeah.
But that would be a pretty crowded video.
Pretty crowded UI.
Yeah.
It would be kind of funny though, because like having the cast cam would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta change the everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that more people are dying live on TV.
That's weird. What?
Yeah. Because, I mean, even the stuff with Renee Good is still sitting wrong with me, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just makes me feel sick. Well, because it's again, like, me not knowing what to believe either. People saying, oh, yeah, she was either trying to hit him or trying to run away, so she deserved to get shot. Or on the opposite way, she was shot because she, I don't know, said some shit and the guy from ICE didn't like it. And it's like, either way, it just makes you feel gross.
Well, she didn't say anything to him. Really, all she said was like, "I'm not mad at you" to the guy that shot her. But I mean, but the woman's wife was saying some shit. She was being rude and confrontational for whatever reason. I mean, obviously they're protesting, but it's like you're also blocking the road. You're, essentially, you're holding up traffic illegally. Like there was some stuff with that. Again, they can't do traffic stops, so that's not that's not the thing. But they were obstructing an ICE operation, which is illegal. You can't do that. But I think he acted too rashly. I think it's it's a very clear sign that there needs to be more oversight and better training and stuff like that. Like, regardless of whether he was in the right or the wrong, like, because I think, like, you can tell that he did get, like, slightly struck by the vehicle, but it's like, it's such a messy situation that I think the clearest thing you can really say about it is that this is a sign that there needs to be better oversight. And anybody who doesn't agree with that is just, they're being dishonest. They're either stupid or dishonest. That's really what it comes down to.
Or just incredibly biased.
Yeah,
too.
well, they're trying to cover up for their own. Because, like, I get it. Like, on some level, we're all a little bit. We all like a little bit of conflict. We like a little bit of seeing how extreme the world really can get, as long as we're not necessarily having to be involved in it. And especially if it's, an extreme outcome that's somewhat favorable to your own side. There's sort of a vindication and satisfaction in that. So people don't want to admit that is part of of their, part of what drives them to speak on things the way they do, but that it is what it is, and so they'll go to any length they can to justify their side of it, and say, because they want to see more, and they want they don't really care about who gets hurt by it, in large part. I think it's sad. I don't think that's really a good thing. Obviously, I'm gonna bring up my blender on screen here. I did want to. So this is going to be a weird topic change, but I did want to talk about. I wanted to talk about. Religion. On stream.
Oh yeah, religion. That's a nice healthy topic to switch to.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about it because
rile people up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's serious.
I am serious.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So I wanted to talk about it because I'm not religious. I'm not like.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't believe in anything really completely. I don't know, the sort of established religions that exist in the world. I'm not really into them. Just is what it is. I never will be. I don't think. But the reason I want to talk about it is because, like, I don't hate religion. I don't hate people who are spiritual in any way, whatever they believe.
No.
Or whatever in that regard. Like, obviously, if what you believe causes you to want to force others to follow the same beliefs or whatever, that is going to bother me, because I don't support it when anyone does it about anything, really. I mean, there's certain limits. Obviously, if you believe that, like, I don't know, you shouldn't murder people, and you're trying to get everyone else on board with that, I support that. Of course. But if you're trying to, get people to believe, oh well, if you don't, I don't know, fucking wash yourself with this specific soap every day at this specific time, you're gonna go to this. We're gonna kill you, and then you're gonna go and be tortured for all eternity in some afterlife that we made up. We believe in whatever. I'm not gonna say made up, but like what we believe in. I don't fuck with that. I never fuck with that. But I don't have anything against religion, and I bring it up because I've just been thinking about one of my favorite bands recently, Ghost, and how a lot of religious people don't seem to get it when it comes to Ghost.
No, they feel called out. Yeah, honestly.
But the thing is that I don't see Ghost as making fun of religion itself.
No.
I think it's criticizing, some of the outcomes from religion and how people act, but I think it's more a condemnation of like things like satanic panic than it is the church itself. And if you're offended by how Ghost discusses religion or approaches religion or sort of mocks some of the things with the Catholic Church and stuff, you're the butt of the joke. That's not the church, it's you. You're the butt of the joke. Because there's great religious people, there's great spiritual people that I know personally that I'm very friendly with and are great people. But like, they can also take a joke. That's the thing. That's why we homies.
Yeah, well, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I've seen religion help people really close to me, and then I've also been personally fucking victimized by religion too. Like, bullied for not going to church. I wouldn't say fully bullied, but like, I had these close friends that I was friends with that I would visit that lived near my dad, and they were just parroting what their parents said. I don't really fault them, but it was very much like, oh yeah, we're going to church on Sunday. Do you want to come? I mean, first off, I was like, I gotta get up at like 6 a.m. for that. What? That's crazy.
That was a big one for me too. Like, I ain't doing that. Kidding me?
But then also, I was like, yeah, I don't go to church. My family isn't really my mom isn't really religious, and I'm not. I don't know what I am. And they're like, well, if you don't go to church, you're gonna go to hell.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just such an insane like thing to. Well, it's just a lot of like, personally a lot of hatred that I've seen from certain religions too, especially when they tout themselves as being peaceful or whatever. And it's like, I mean, I'm going to use Christianity as an example because I know more about it than, like, let's say Islam or Judaism. But it's like, they talk about like, oh yeah, Jesus loves everybody and stuff, but then it's like, their kid comes out as trans and they're like, get out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's a level of hypocrisy I really can't abide by.
I don't fuck with it.
Or being like, oh yeah, Jesus loved everybody and stuff. Oh yeah, but like, oh, a woman being a bishop, that's too far for me. Which is like, okay.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I just don't get it. But
yeah, and also, like, even though I would consider myself not religious, I don't really believe in any stuff like that. I also don't deny the possibility that there's like a higher power or something that created all of this, I guess. Because like, how the hell do I know? I think it's possible. I just ain't seeing any evidence of it. Like,
yeah, it's like ghosts. It's like ghosts. I want to believe in ghosts.
Yeah, well, but I don't even. Well, it's not like that for me. I don't want to believe that there's a higher power per se.
Well, yeah, no.
But it's more so that, like, I don't fucking know.
I'm just a person.
Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, well, and like, if there is a higher power, if there is, this is my belief. If there is some spooky creator, powerful creator being,
okay, bye.
Yeah, anything that humans would have guessed about what that creature or intelligence is just going to be wrong. It's just going to be wrong, straight up. Like, we are such a small and insignificant speck in the universe. There is no way that we would have gotten any of it right about what created all of this. Like, we don't even have the Big Bang down as completely proven. This is the origin of the universe. This is when it all started. This is how it all started. Where it all. We don't know. We have no idea. We only have what we can even see, which is what we call the visible universe, and that we don't know what's beyond that. But there's certainly probably things beyond that. We just can't see them. It's just too far. That's what it comes down to.
I personally subscribe to the Horton Hears a Who theory. You know,
Horton
just
hears
an
domestic violence
infinite-
and doesn't do anything about it.
there's just an infinitely, cosmically, perceptually smaller universe. Because like single-celled organisms, like how do we know they're single cells? Like we just can't. We can't actually like get down that far. You know.
Well, we can see it.
Our tech-
We have electron
We can-
microscopes and stuff like that. But
Yeah, but like, what
how
are
do we know that
electrons?
we're not, microscopic to someone else? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. You get where I'm going.
yeah.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of a favorite creepypasta of mine called "The Scarecrow for God." It's pretty existential. Yeah, spoiler alert. In this story, they find out there's like these two astronomers, I think, that fall in love, and then they find they work for like the government, and there's like this, basically like the Hubble telescope, but it's like a bunch of rich people basically paid to get like an ultra version of it, and they find a something very concerning on the very outer part of the galaxy, and it's an eye watching them.
Yes, I like
It's
that.
so freaky. I hate it. I love it and I hate it.
That reminds me of like a recent thing with the science where I think it's the Voyager shuttle probe found a massive wall of heat at the edge of our solar system.
Yep. I think that is. It's related to how the sun, and the solar system formed, but I believe there's like a band of like energy buildup that just kind of sits there, and it actually is one of the, largely one, I believe, one of the reasons why our solar system continues to exist essentially, and has for so long, is that it's sort of shielding us from what's beyond our solar system, and having objects come in and blow us to smithereens, basically.
Yeah.
But crazy.
No.
I don't think they fully understand the heat part.
And like, what if that is whatever we're microscopic to's version of an atom like wall?
Yeah, well, that's what I think is interesting, is how much a solar system kind of mirrors what atoms are. I think that's kind of cool. How atoms are formed or structured, I should say.
Yeah. Shit's a lot weirder than I think can even comprehend.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Especially like looking at the superstructures of the universe, things like the cosmic voids, the super voids that are formed between like galaxies, or just in various expanses of the universe, and we have no idea why there's just sections of space where like almost no galaxies hang out. And it's like, and actually it explains, because they found out that there's a pretty good chance that our galaxy actually exists in one of those super voids, and it could explain the Fermi paradox. Why we haven't been discovered is because we're basically floating in a black abyss with very, very little near us to speak of.
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that thought.
Yeah, but it also explains it also could explain why our galaxy was able to exist and not have any cataclysmic, events that cause widespread destruction across millions of light years and eradicated anything that might have been living here before anyways, right? Like, so it's crazy to think of. It's also crazy just how fucking small we are.
Mm. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that very famous like question where it's like, what would be scarier, if we were surrounded by alien life forms or if we were completely fucking alone? And I don't know which is worse. I think both are freaky. And I don't like it.
I think I guess it depends on what you mean by surrounded by aliens. Like, they all know we're here, but they're not coming.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's mainly what I'm talking about.
yeah, that's kind of weird, but I think it'd be much weirder to be alone in the universe. I feel like the setting of Iron Lung is scarier than the setting of Mass Effect.
Fair.
Like, because the Reapers
But Mass Effect,
all know we exist. What?
Oh, but they didn't do anything about it. That's fair.
Well, they do. The Reapers know we exist, and they come every few millennia to eradicate all life in the universe, basically.
Oh, okay. I don't like that. I don't like it anymore.
It's freaky. But at least there's something to fight against. There's something you can fight back, potentially. Allegedly.
Fight back! Fight back!
You speak truth to power type beat, you know what I'm saying?
Fight back.
I guess. Synchronicity manifestation. C.G. Young.
I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii
Did you?
that was cool.
I took a pill in Ibiza.
I made my Power World character thick as hell. I tried to make him look like Shrek.
Good.
And I named him Giuseppe Stromboli.
Moderating Reddit is harder than your 9 to 5.
That got me. That really got me. That's good.
Sorry, I was just scrolling through and I saw that guy's face and it made me
needed to bring. Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I needed a fucking
What a
icebreaker
legend.
from.
You know?
Yeah, for real. Like, who has the fucking balls to go out on the internet and do that? Like, his life is over.
Well, no, he's streaming now. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but like, he's
have a
a
new
lol
lol
cow. Yeah, like, that is not a life. That is not a quality
Oh
of life.
God. And everyone thought that you know, the people who browse 4chan would be the scariest on the internet. No, it's Redditors.
No,
Redditors
no.
are terrifying. Oh, I mean, that
'Cause
guy...
most people on 4chan are probably just trolls. People on Reddit are like genuine to a fault.
and well, yeah. Like, I think, and that's the thing, is I think you'd find more genuine people on Reddit than you would on 4chan for sure. But it's also just really funny, like, Reddit moment. Exactly, Brian Price. It's really funny just to like, bless that guy's heart. I'm so glad he exists, because he's given us just the perfect mascot. Like, how is it that we get in 1 week's time we get the perfect mascot for Reddit, and we get a perfect mascot for people in the UK who just want to be left the fuck alone. Basically. I just what a time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do with this?
What are you gonna do?
The other insists it's brilliant. Oh, he thinks he's got the nuclear codes. Like, this, like, bro actually believes he is the guy.
You're not that guy.
Yeah, he thinks he's the shit, but he ain't even the fart.
Oh, damn.
I love that.
It's one of my favorite, like, stupid idioms.
You think you the shit, you ain't even the fart.
I actually, this is kind of a weird thing I saw the other day on Instagram. I actually saw a page that was basically completely ripping off Sethical, and it kind of made me mad. I'm not gonna lie. Because he's, like, Sethical's work is it's some of my favorite stuff on YouTube. I love what he does with the you know, boneless pizza and the whole Baku series. But But somebody was just biting on that man hard, and I was very mad because he was using the same like phrases and stuff, some of the same phrases that Baku uses, same editing style and everything. And I understand wanting to do something in a similar style, but just straight up like basically copy pasting it and not giving any credit to your inspiration is very sad.
It's shitty. It's shitty.
Especially because a lot of people don't know the Baku series. All they know is Boneless Pizza was a meme, and they don't know that there's a whole fucking series that guy made after that. That's really funny.
See, I just learned something. I had no idea.
Yeah. No, I fucking love the Baku series, dude.
Go watch it right now. It's hilarious. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Fucking young cash register, aka little broomstick.
Little broomstick. Every time I walk into a room now, hey yo, what's the situation?
And they're referencing something with that, but I don't know what it is. I feel it. I feel well. I'm pretty sure it is, but I feel like it's just I'm not black enough to know. I think that's what it comes down to. It's probably
you're culturally appropriating AAVE, bro.
Well, I think it's a Kanye.
You're gonna get crucified.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Okay.
I think
that's probably why
line.
I don't know, because I hate Ye's music like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I like some of his like older stuff, but like I don't really listen to it religiously. I don't listen to it very much at all. I listen to like Gold Digger is one of the ones that I like the most. I think that one.
That's like the main one.
And like one other, and I don't listen to anything else beyond that really. I do like to make fun of that cameo, like that feature he did on someone else's track, that where he just comes and he's like, okay. It's just the funniest fucking bar in human history. Okay, here we go. So this is that. I just want to jump off a counter and yell, I'm gay.
Oh, man, that makes me sad.
Back when iDubbbz was funny.
I just don't understand what the hell happened. I mean, I know what happened, but, like, what happened?
Like, do you think, like, I think the funniest thing about it is that Hassan will never let her hit. You know what I mean? Like, she wants it so bad, but he will never. Also just hearing that she will never want to have kids with him because like their kids would be ugly if they're female. Like, what the if like let's say you said that to me, I mean I know you wouldn't, but if you had said that to me, I think I would I would be completely heartbroken. Yeah. I feel like you would break terms of service. I would too, honestly.
Yeah.
If you said that to me, I would break the terms of service of Twitch. Which is why I'm not sad. Which is just my way of saying I can't say what I would actually what my actual reaction would be.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay. That because you know what that line that bar just reminds me of too is like rappers who get in the booth and they don't actually have anything, like their mind they just draw a blank, so they don't actually have anything to say, so they're just like okay. It just never goes anywhere. Yeah. I love shit like that.
Like robbing the bank.
Motherfucker in there rapping like Ted Bundy.
In the courtroom, smacking the fuck out the bailiff.
Bro, are you good?
Oh, that shit is so funny. It's so stupid.
This shit got my mind right. Nah, your mind left.
I think your mind left.
Yeah, that's something that we reference a lot on this channel, by the way, is we talk about the Baku series way too much. We reference it all the time.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to get some of the stupid inside jokes that we have here, it's usually just go watch that series. You'll find that,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and Red vs. Blue, the three biggest inspirations in my life. God damn it. In my sense of humor, anyways. Oh god, I might be a Redditor.
Oh no.
Why have you forsaken me, God? Literally fucking 10 minutes for saying I don't believe in a god.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's not. Oh, son of a. Pisses me off. There we go. Okay, that's better. There we go.
I wonder how my friend Eric is doing. I haven't heard from him in a bit. I should reach out to him. He's a guy I knew back when I this is gonna like flashbang some people. He's a guy I knew back when I was on DeviantArt.
That
And he was a 3D artist.
that is a name.
Yeah, right. He's a 3D artist. I believe he's working with he works with a game studio now. He was, because I remember he was in school for game design years ago, and then I'm pretty sure he's with the studio now. He's over in Europe. I don't remember exactly which country. But I remember I did an art stream a couple of years ago on YouTube, and he commented on it and was like, "You should do more art streams." And I'm like, "I will," and then I didn't.
Oh.
I felt
yeah, disappears.
Exactly. Like, I feel bad about it, but I never really liked streaming before, and now I'm into it a bit more now. Obviously. And he's actually the main reason that I do art streams now.
Really?
Yeah, because he wanted to see more, and I wanted to do more because he wanted to see more. That's really what it comes down to. But I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know if he's been busy. Probably has, I would guess, but. Getting in the zone, doing UV.
Auto zone.
Yeah. Them shits. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. That's something I should probably do at some point, is to get another webcam so I can set it up to look at the dog.
Yeah. That'd be
the
cute.
doggo cam, yeah.
Yeah.
He's over there sawing logs right now.
He's like.
Yeah, basically. God, I hope I'm leaving enough of a margin with these.
What pieces are these for exactly?
These are the the plates over the abdomen,
Okay.
the armor plates that I have.
Mhm.
I'm doing a really strange design with them. But only I can call it strange. No one else can call it strange. It's only me.
Oh,
It's kind of
sorry,
weird.
It's
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Bro understood the assignment.
I just caught a Hoocrates.
Hell yeah. I like those. Those are fun.
great.
I always see that's the thing about Eric is I always wondered if he was going to come into some of my art streams and critique my art. More my workflow, I guess, because it's probably wildly different than what like most professional 3D artists would use, I would imagine, because I am not properly trained in this. It's all self-taught, so, or autodidactic as it's referred to in some circles.
Is he the type to come in and give unwarranted advice?
No.
Okay, that's good.
But he's way more skilled than I am. I'll say that much. So anything he would offer as like, you know, criticism or whatever, I would probably take fairly seriously, just like with Bargain Price, because she's a great 2D artist. She's actually getting pretty good at 3D art as well. So
Nice.
another opinion I would respect in that regard. Oh, I missed. Oh, yep. I missed some stuff. That's why it's looking so dumb. Okay, I will go back and I gotta pin these. Oh, what am I doing? UV pin. Did I not? Wait, what? Where the fuck? That's got seams. Why is it acting like it doesn't have oh, they're actually just okay, well, I'm gonna split these. It is what it is.
It
And it is what it
is.
isn't. And it isn't what it was. And it was what it is.
It's so you don't even need a where. You don't even need a win. That's how every it gets.
Man, that's some top tier shit posting right there. I love it.
Bill Wirtz is the king of absurdist whack job shit.
He's pretty cool.
Watching
Shrek and then up.
So wrong. Watching what?
Been watching more Davey 504 again recently.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
He's also like got that absurdist humor that I really love.
Slap the like button. He's got a kid now, doesn't he?
I have no idea. He's married. I know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a kid. I could be misremembering, but like, I'm pretty sure.
I know he transformed himself into Anton from No Country for Old Men, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he turned himself into Snape. It was he's weird. He's done some weird stuff recently. It's pretty interesting.
He's a weird little silly little guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I should probably put on some music on my stream. I'm kind of dumb because I forget
Sure.
that I can do that.
Oh.
Can you check the stream and make sure the music isn't too loud?
Yeah, sure. I don't think it is. I think it's good.
Okay, but it's audible still.
Uh, yeah, it's audible.
Okay. .com.
Hmm.
.com.
Oh, okay. What are we .comming?
Audible.
Oh, okay.
A pity laugh. Jesus Christ. Fair.
What?
Cool. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna go through and mark all my seams, doing the UV unwrapping process.
Hmm. Man, it's so weird to think that my birthday is like in a few days.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, right? Well, cause like I was trying to look to see like because like I mean I don't like doing like super big things for my birthday, but there's this like really cute like tea place that my grandma went to that I was like kind of wanting to go to. It's like one of those like little like luncheon like high tea places that I love to go to. Like I love going with the girls to go to a fucking going to have tea. Favorite
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Um, but it's kind of far away, and I don't know if you need like reservations or not, so I might not be able to do it. But it was something that I was like, oh man, that could be really fun. I could get like all dolled up and go to tea.
Hmm.
I feel like there was no okay. Worst case, I'll order Chili's.
Oh, welcome to Chili's.
Well, because like they introduced like these really really big fucking mozzarella bar stick things, and I've been wanting to try them. That cheese pull gotta be insane on the membrane. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck is this bag? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. just gonna hit every wrong button apparently while I'm trying to do this.
Mood. That is a mood. Oh, excuse me. I should have muted.
Monster.
This happened so fast. It happened so fast. Man, I just
Hmm?
Animal Crossing New Horizons is great, but then the fact this is like such a minor nitpick, but it really bugs me. So I'm gonna rant really quick. So they added these things. This is not new. This was added like way back in like their previous update, not the one that recently was dropped. They added this thing called a partition wall, which basically you can add another wall in the house that you're building. And it's really cool because like, you didn't have to use like fake walls and stuff to kind of make an illusion of like separating the area by like using, I don't know, partition curtains or whatever. So you can make an actual like new wall in your game. But they have this huge problem where you can have that new wall, but you can't put anything on the wall.
Huh.
So you can add a partition wall, but because it's its own entity, you can't actually hang anything from it. And so it makes your house
dumb.
look weirdly, I mean, tell me about it. They've added I mean, I have so many little, I wouldn't even call them little nitpicks at this point with New Horizons. Like it's so limiting in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, just the fact that we're not getting, like, I've heard almost nobody complain about the fact that the Nook shop, like Nookling's, like Nook's Cranny or whatever, is not getting an update. Like, we're not getting 2 stories in it anymore. Is just so stupid. And really bugs me. When in every single Animal Crossing to date has had multiple like rampings up of the store. It starts off with like the little shack, then it turns into like basically like a gas station, and then it turns into like a little Safeway, and then it becomes this giant boutique. Like a fucking like a Macy's basically, or like they call it Nookingtons, where it has like several stories and a bigger variety of stuff to look through. But no, it's so annoying. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's upset by it, but it's crazy that I haven't heard very many people talking about it. Especially because it's such a huge fucking like downgrade from previous games. But no, we have crafting now, guys. That's all you needed. It was crafting. That's it. That's the only thing. Crafting.
We added the thing that every other game has.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
You don't sound
I'm not mad that Breath of the Wild has basically ruined Nintendo. I'm totally not mad about it.
You ain't wrong. You ain't fucking wrong. Breath of the Wild was trash.
No.
It's not that good. It's just generic slop. God damn. The number of people who fucking like just worship that game.
It sure is funny. Well, because it's like, I mean, I don't even like, I mean, I've never even really played Breath of the Wild, so I can't really say. But it's just like, you can't deny the negative impact it's really had on games that are not Zelda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not mad.
No.
No. Mm-mm. Mad? Who's mad? I'm not.
No, Nintendo's better than 90% of other companies out there. So what they're doing isn't that bad. Clearly.
No, I'm totally okay with the fact that, they're basically trying to run Palworld out of existence because of jealousy. No, I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'm okay with kissing the boot and licking the boot and making out with said boot if it means I'll get another fucking Mario Kart. Alright, whatever.
Another generic ass
Screw
fucking
you.
kart racer that is being completely
whoa!
clowned on by the new Sonic one.
That's not even Bloodborne kart, man.
Bloodborne kart was alright.
Made by someone who's kind of not as alright, but...
Yeah, just kind of annoying, really. Not really like a bad person per se.
Not a
but just
terrible...
kind
Yeah.
annoying virtue
Yeah.
signaler type
Mhm.
wackaloon. Like, what are you covering up? It's every time, man. Every time it's somebody, like, I see somebody who's like, super gung-ho about some, activism cause or something. It's always like there's something they're hiding, because that's usually what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually funny. My mom mentioned that today too, something like that, where she basically, she worked in social services for a couple decades, and she's like, yeah, every time there was some person who was like the pillar of the community or whatever, they turned out to be like some fucking nutcase that was hiding some like crazy criminal shit that they had done.
Mm-hmm.
Oop.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention. So, JD Vance's wife Usha has announced that she's pregnant with like their fourth kid, and I know that people are probably malding because they think that he's having some affair with Erica Kirk and that she's leaving him, when I guess it's just not true. As
Maybe
funny
it's a
as that
cover-up.
would be to happen, it's a cover-up, baby. Oh no.
Yeah, it's like when gay dudes like marry a woman to hide the fact that they're gay.
Yeah, beard wives or lavender marriages, whatever.
Yeah, like my old video teacher, where I was like, he's 100% gay, and my classmate was like, he has a wife and kids, and I'm like, good cover.
It's smart, I won't lie.
He's a clever gay.
Yeah.
Stupid. I also love the fact that he was just diamond shaped. You know what I mean? Like,
What does that mean?
because he was like narrow at the top, wide in the middle, narrow at the bottom. He was a diamond shaped dude with a little BlackBerry and a little holster on his belt with his shirt tucked in and a lisp. Oh my god, gay. Nothing wrong with that. Just gay.
Nothing wrong with the tank tuck, but yeah. Well, it's just so ironic too, because like some of the most like homophobic people you'd ever meet end up being gay sometimes, and it's really funny. I mean, sad. It's sad, but it's also funny.
It's kind of fucking brilliantly hilarious.
Yeah. It's funny. That weirdly reminds me of a College Humor sketch from like a few years ago where like this guy comes out is as liking men and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Anyway, and then he like freaks out cuz he's like, "I was nervous about this for years and everyone's just treating it like it's no big deal." It's like, "Yeah, dude, it's like the 2010s, like no one really cares about that now." And he's like, "So I've been hiding the fact that I'm bisexual this whole time and I was struggling with that and it's no big deal." And then people are like, "Wait, you're bisexual?" And then they start throwing a hissy fit. It's really funny. Like, just pick a side, dude.
Yeah.
And then the sketch ends with him smiling at like contently at the camera. Oh, it's goofy. I will be right back really quick.
Cringe.
No, you.
Excuse me. Goddamn. Oops. kill people. What the flip are you doing, man? It's 1:27 a.m. It might be 1:27 a.m. for you, but I'm over here. It's 5:27 p.m. for me, and I am modeling my new outfit for my avatar. And I realize I've got some weird normals here. Your bones hurt. Bro got fibromyalgia out there. Helldivers Warbond, which was supposed to come out today, got delayed. Oh, did it? I haven't really kept up with Helldivers in a hot second. There we go. Fixed my normals. Stealth-oriented Warbond. Well, all the stuff we kind of sneaking are broken and not working. Yeah, that sounds about right. that tracks. There's not really, like, that's one thing, too, is that, like, a lot of game devs are really bad at understanding stealth and developing good stealth mechanics in their games. It's very sad, because I'm a stealth player. Every weapon had a suppressor, but they don't do anything. That's crazy. The fuck? Smokes don't do anything? Yeah. It's like, I've been playing Hades recently, and it's not until you beat the game that you can, like fully beat, like, the main story, that you can actually get the keepsake from Hades himself. And what it does is it gives you a special call, which is like your ultimate, basically. And it's actually the worst call in the entire game, in my opinion. I think it doesn't do anything. It's a stealth one. It doesn't do shit. Smoke only affects bots, and it only affects their accuracy a little bit. Like, the enemies fully fucking know at all times where you are. And that makes the least sense. Like, I could understand, like, smoke affecting the bugs, but, like, why would it affect the robots? The robots would probably have a way to see through it, generally. Weird. You'd think they'd have, like, some advanced optics that would help them not be affected by smoke. I mean, granted, it depends on if the smoke is thermal at all. If they have, like, if they're using like thermal optics, it might not do much. But bots basically get a slight angle offset when they fire and there's smoke in the way. That's crazy. Why even implement a mechanic like smoke if it doesn't do anything? I will never understand the mentality of developers who put things in their game that has no function whatsoever. It's like it's kind of like the Minecraft thing, like the Minecraft problem. Like when it was, you know, the original Mojang team with Notch and everybody, like everything they put into Minecraft had some function. It always did something, it interacted with other mechanics in the game. And then when Microsoft took over, they threw in shit like diorite and andesite and shit that did nothing. It was cosmetic and it was useless. And it just cluttered the game and cluttered your inventory. It sucked. Ragdolls are broken? Since when are ragdolls broken? What? Wow, that's weird. What the fuck are they doing? What the fuck is going on over at Arrowhead? Sounds about right. Hey, Salva.
How's Gucci, everyone?
Oh, just doing an art stream at the moment.
Hell yeah. So which developer are we clowning on today?
Arrowhead, because they broke Helldivers and they haven't fixed it. So
I mean, that was a given.
Push forces were way too strong. That's weird. That's like kind of reminds me of that Skyrim mod that increases the push forces on ragdolls. Oh man, that shit was fun. But it was like for fun. Like that was the point of it. Explosions affect you through walls and terrain. Nah, that's not fun. That what's the point of taking cover then? God damn.
Like, didn't they also recently just like enclose a fucking black hole? The fucking Helldiver ship too.
Did they recently what?
Enclose a black hole.
Enclose a black hole?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard about this.
Like, I saw something about it. I'm like, is this true? Is this real? And I just like, okay. And I just like walked away from it.
I'm back.
Welcome back, cringe lord.
Like,
Whoa!
like, I don't know. Like, I like Helldivers, but at the same time, it's like, I got bored with it fast. I'll still play it, but it's not like, fucking for democracy. Because it's like the initial fun of it wore off after a couple of fucking games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This week or like the past week, there was a vote on which planet we should use an experimental weapon on, and we turned a planet into a black hole, erased it. Well,
Really?
Well,
There goes Michigan.
Oh, that reminds me. I think another relay was destroyed.
what?
I think. I don't know for sure, but like, it was like I logged on and there was another one of those raid things, and it said it only had like a day and a half left, and it was only at like 40%. So I'm launching more from just to see, but
Well, there goes the Saskatchewan relay.
I was at Ronia.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm logging in just to double check, but like, because I know that those goes by really fast, but that number just seemed really low for like only a day and a half. It wasn't even like halfway, so. I was scared.
Arrogant.
Why does the guy in the background sound like the FNAF phone guy, especially the terrible mic quality? It's because he's in his car driving home from work.
Probably say hello.
Whoa.
Crazy that somebody can live without their frontal lobe.
But Salva does it every day.
Listen, I work at a job where the frontal lobe of most customers don't even exist.
Fair.
God, I hate retail. Like, God, I hate the customer. Like,
Was it the
straight
shop
up.
list of 87?
Like, kid has been fucking, I want to go. I want to leave there. I want to leave there, but the job economy's so fucking shit.
I'm living in fear.
Yeah, I want to work a job now where I'm legally allowed to go up now.
They released an armor with the passive of more melee damage and ragdoll resistance. That sounds like the most useless armor in history.
Wait, what game was this for?
Helldivers 2.
Oh, that's.
And the passive doesn't
that
work.
sounds
Nice.
dumb.
Doesn't do anything. It's still broken.
Oh,
That's
yay.
great. I'm kind of glad I never returned to it. I swore it off whenever they banned it from sale in 180 countries and all that. And then when they finally reversed that this year, I was like, last year, I'll get back into it at some point. Yeah, I'll go play it again at some point. I never got around to it because a bunch of other games came around that I wanted to mess around with. And then
Yeah.
now I'm kind of glad that I didn't go back to it. If it doesn't affect the player positively, it'll never be fixed. Yeah, that's not a good reputation to have as a dev.
I want to play a game where a goofy government fights alien forces. I'd play either some of the Starship Troopers games or some of the Earth Defense Force games now.
Mm-hmm.
there are options. People need to realize there are options, and that's what this real Airhead needs to understand: is player base can leave. They can play other games.
Wow. So there was a bug where you could shoot like an anti-tank weapon off of your shoulder with infinite ammo, and they fixed it in less than a day because it was beneficial. I don't think they had their priorities straight. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a fun power fantasy. What the fuck?
It's not very democratic at all.
No. What happened here? Where's this on the model? Oh right, yeah. Everybody. Flesh mobs still clip through the floor and walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still clip through the door and wall. The floor and walls, like when they're ragdolling, or oh, as in all the time. Okay, well, huh. That's weird. So there's like it's not detecting collision correctly. How do you fuck that up? When they go from their idle animation to the attacking one, they just go through shit. Oh, so it's a problem with how they programmed probably the hitboxes for attacking. Yeah. They probably programmed the hitboxes incorrectly. Hitboxes are weird for like animated like rigged entities in games. It's always a weird challenge to try and overcome. An enemy which is supposed to spawn other lesser enemies while charging forward doesn't spawn lesser enemies if it's not near a host. Oh, weird. Well, you'd think they'd fix that because that's actually beneficial because you could exploit that. So never host in Helldivers. Okay, point taken. Point taken. Enemy aggro's fucked. God damn. This sounds like playing Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, it's another game that I doubt we all will return to permanently.
Yeah, sadly, probably not.
That's why I'm like, I kind of did lose hope on the MMO genre now, because the big MMOs that have been coming out have either been flops, closed after a couple of years, or I believe after the creation, something's going to happen that causes the whole fucking shit to go down. Because a Kickstarter MMO of that grand fucking scale, someone's up behind this. I want to know. Like, it's like Ashes of Creation and Star are the two biggest sort of MMOs out there, and I feel like there's something up with them. They will trust Like, if originally it was like, oh, it's supposed to be a role player's paradise. I'm like, no, some like it actually iffy about it because some ain't clicking right. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm like Detective Dokes every time he sees Dexter. Like, something's up, and I can't put my finger on it.
See, fertility never fixed. Yeah, so the like aggro, that makes sense because it's probably a processing issue. Could be a network issue. Yeah, with I don't know about Access to Creation. I haven't been following it at all. But I can say like Star Citizen is making huge strides towards a releasable state. And Squadron 42 is pretty close as well. But Star Citizen, like, whether it'll actually be fun or not is hard to say. I think the biggest problem with Star Citizen is that you're in a persistent universe that is always online, always has lots of other players, and PvP is always enabled. It's going to be difficult to deal with, I think. I don't know if it's going to be that, like, attractive of a game to play for people who don't enjoy PvP.
But I feel like they can actually gain a new audience through, like, the space sim fan base. Because it's a from my understanding, Star Citizen is a fully immersive space experience.
Pretty much.
So they will probably get that crowd. You'll get the Star Trek crowd, like the people that want like something akin to, not 100% Star Trek, but something akin to like you pick what you do in this space game, and it's like you can basically be a space merchant. You can be a commander of a fleet. You can be some schmuck that lives in the basement of a ship.
I mean,
like you have options.
Yeah, but again, if you're not into PvP, it's not going to be as interesting to most people, and most people aren't into PvP. Like, how fun is it going to be for people who just want to have like a space trucking experience to go and spend hours and hours grinding out some really cool ship, only to have some asshole blow it up the moment you get it into orbit. And then you have to pay a huge sum of money in order to get it back if you don't have insurance on it or whatever. Like, it's just it's annoying. Like, because look at Elite Dangerous, right? Elite Dangerous has been out for years, and people don't play it that much because it's a long-winded like space trucking type of game, and to be fair, it actually doesn't even like you can actually avoid PvP in that game because you can just play in offline, essentially offline mode. You're technically online, but it's not fully offline. I don't know. It just seems like a hard sell.
Because I feel like there's like the EVE Online. My understanding, EVE Online is also open PvP. We've heard stories of like battles that take like hours because people are like basically being their own commanders of their own ships or entire like fleets working together. So I kind of feel like that crowd is there because EVE Online has been successful for years. So maybe once Star Citizen gets a full release, those people who like are skeptical on Star Citizen because it's been an open alpha, it's been like in an alpha stage for so long, maybe they'll just like bite the bullet, go through it, and they might enjoy it. Because I feel like with a game like that, base games are very particular. There's like a specific fan base for it that will love it regardless of like certain flaws compared to like fantasy game fans who will find a mere flaw in like something about a race and then boom, that's it. Like that, they're done with the game. Or like there's something that they don't agree with the mechanics and they'll just drop it. Like I'll be honest, I enjoy more of like the traditional WoW style of PvP of combat, and I can get into like combat like ESO and shit, but like I'm more comfortable with the WoW stuff because it's something I grew up on.
Yeah.
So I feel like Star Citizen might get a massive boost once it's in a releasable state.
Potentially, like I said, I just think it's a bit of a hard sell. There's really cool things about it, and I think that ultimately it's got great ideas and stuff that could be really popular. I just don't know where most people are going to stand on it. A lot of people just joke about it being a scam, but I don't know.
I'm trying to think of this other Kickstarter MMO that actually was a because it was in quote unquote development for years and only a couple things came out of it. When I'm at my computer, I'm actually gonna fucking Google this shit out because it's an interesting story of why I don't trust Kickstarter MMO. Alright, I just got home, so I'm gonna hop out for a little bit. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. The lovely melee weapon bug, which made it so that if you do anything while holding a melee weapon, which doesn't involve the melee weapons, such as diving, stimming, picking something up, switching weapons, your melee weapon will break, as in it will turn into a fucking crumpled stick in your right hand, and you'll be shoving like an invisible fucking dildo in someone's face. The only way to fix it is to go through the melee equipping animation, which is very long. Damn. Damn. God, it sounds like it's not even fucking playable right now. I have to ask Wheels how he puts up with it. It was fixed for 2 months, and then it reappeared for 5 months. That's very Elder Scrolls Online coded, because they did the same thing where they would seemingly fix a bug, and then it would show up again. One of the most notorious bugs for me in ESO was the equipped weapon bug, where you'd spawn into a place, and then your weapon would be invisible. On one of your weapons would be invisible, and if you swapped bars to another weapon, the other weapon would be visible, but your back bar weapon would be on the ground at your feet.
Yeah.
It was fucking weird. Or another one that really pisses me off about ESO is the running animation with the bow, which breaks all the fucking time. So instead of running like you have a bow in your hand, you would go to the standard idle run, and your bow would clip through your face because you're running like that, basically. And oh my god, it pissed me off so much. Because you have the regular bow standing idle, but then there is no proper transition into the running animation because you're not transitioning into the bow running animation. You're transitioning into the standard, unequipped running animation. So there's no proper transition, and it just looks fucking weird. And I don't know what bar I'm on, and oh god, it pisses me off. Man, thinking about that makes me miss ESO less, I'll tell you that.
So I have a question. I'm really confused. So in Warframe, I got a message from Lloyd being like, "Okay, I relent. It's time to have the families meet one another." But I've been to the Necrolisk and I've been to the Sanctum Anatomica, and nothing's happened.
Maybe you gotta wait a day?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm just confused. It also might be that I'm at an impasse with Roth too. Because I
Yeah.
haven't done much of the Dissension or whatever.
Descendia.
Yeah.
Time to be sealed away for the next 300 years? What are you doing, hiding in a hole? Fucking mood, though. That's still mirrored. Oop, I should probably switch to... There we go. That mode. Oops. Those don't need to be sharp, but I really hate that it does it that way. Okay, there we go. Whoa, what happened to this? Oh, I think I had to try to put it under his arm. Jesus. No, it does not need to be down that far. That's weird. Switches to normal. Still insane that they waited fucking 11 days to tell my mom or sister was dead. Like, what the fuck?
Insane. Well, your mom's family just sounds like a bunch of fucking wackaloons, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, her
Putting it very
mom
nicely.
is like my grandma. Fucked in the head, dude. Do not.
Oh, yeah.
Do not fuck
Yeah.
with that.
No.
Ugh, it sucks.
Well, and I
But
mean,
she just
to
deserves better.
basically, well, of course. And I mean, the abuse that your mom went through, and I mean, also her sister too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I know the stuff that your mom went through, and I'm assuming it's just as bad.
Yeah. Well, we'll never even know the full extent of it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't talk much about any of that stuff, and I mean, if my mom already has issues remembering the things that happened, I imagine her sister had it just as much of an issue or more, you know.
Yep. And I mean, her mom just, I don't really have much sympathy for parents that see that their kid is being abused by their spouse, and doesn't step in or just joins in. I mean,
Yep. Yep, that's fair. There we go.
So it's into the void, now me girls and me boys, from mother's hands we go. We'll be sailing to the sun till the voyage is done, then we'll be sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. Our sailing ships for the hard and the quick, we roll our load and go. There's a living to be made, or there's hell to pay when you're sleeping in the cold below.
Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. All bound down to the deep, sleeping in the cold below.
sleepy.
Sleeping in the cold below. Oh, it's because I have that. There we go.
Devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told. It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below.
Shreeping in the cold below.
whoa.
Oh, sisters, you so wise and true. When it's my time to go, won't you lay me down under random crowns, and I'll be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. Today we sail on the solar rail, for there's much we just don't know. So farewell with a kiss, then it's fast for the mist, till we're all sleeping in the cold below.
Here we go.
So what'd you do?
Just got my UV pack a little nicer, cleaner,
Nice.
sexier, you know?
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. We'll be back tomorrow to raid the DOJ again for the Epstein files, and maybe another art stream. We'll see what I'm doing. And we'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.